Hi, good morning all. Today we are going to learn about what is data structure. What is Python data structure? Before going to learn what is Python data structure, let's get into why we should learn about data structure. Why data structure is required while doing program. Basically, in any real-time project, creating, updating, retrieving, deleting element are a very common operation, as you know. Let's say I will take a few, example. Suppose I want to store some element. I want to search some element from the list. I want to replace some element from the list. Or maybe I want to delete. I want to do some processing operation. I have to find out the duplicate element. Suppose I want to store in the order format, like, ascending order or descending order, or maybe on order format. What is the size of that list, or maybe data structure, or what is the capacity? Okay, those things if I want to deal with, or suppose I want to store in key value pair. For those operations, we need data structure. For example, at the last class, we have already discussed in the sequence. Suppose I want to store a variable, single variable, for example, 5. I have to store by taking a variable name called A. A is equal to 5. So happily I can store. For example, I will tell you, I am giving you three elements. Let's say 5, 7, and 9. How can you store these three elements by using a single variable called A? Can you store? No, it's not possible. You cannot store. For that, you have to use the data structure. Due to that storage operation, you need a data structure. That which data structure you have to use? That going forward we learn. Basically in Python, we have 4 different type of data structure approach. One is a list. Second one is set. Third one is a tuple or a tuple. Well, actually, some people certainly tuple also. This is on a set. And the last one is data or dictionary, which in short we call DIC. For example, let me share one beautiful, hierarchical diagram. You can see a hierarchical diagram of Python data structure. You can see. Okay. Here you can see a linear data structure and non-linear data structure. Coming to linear data structure, you can see list and tuple are called linear data structure. Similarly, non-linear data structure, set and dictionary. And among all these 4, list, tuple, set, and dictionary, only tuple is immutable in nature. All other 3, like list, set, and dictionary, are mutable in nature. What is immutable? What is mutable? That extensively we have discussed in the previous class. You can refer to the previous class. That is, a video about the sequence in Python. Okay, if you want that, I can give that link in the description box. Please check the description box. Okay, so immutable means, let me tell in short, immutable means if you create one object, you cannot modify the content of that object. That is called immutable. For example, you have already created tuple. Suppose you want to do certain operation, let's say you want to add some element or you want to remove some element. If you want to do certain kind of operation, it will throw an error. Why? Because tuple is immutable in nature. But list, set, and dictionary, they are not immutable, they are mutable. For example, you have already created a list. You want to add some element. Wherever according to your rules, maybe as a first element or maybe last element or middle of the element, anywhere else, based on the index. Okay? Anywhere else you want to add, it will allow you. Suppose you want to delete some element from the list or set or dictionary, that is also allowed. That's why list, set, and dictionary are mutable data structure. Only tuple is immutable data structure. All of you clear, guys? Any doubt? Any doubt till now? Yeah, fine. Now try to understand what is data structure, Python data structure. You want to store a group of individual objects as a single entity. There you should go for data structure. As I told you, well, I'm 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by taking a single value. Suppose in the last class, one person asked me, sir, suppose you are giving 3 value, let's say 5, 7, 8. I can take A, B, C. A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6, C is equal to 9, something like that I can store. But my question is, Here he is taking three different variables like A, B, C. That is very simple. Anybody can store by taking different variables. But here there is a restriction. I cannot take more than one variable. I have only one variable, that's A. By using that variable, can you store more than one value? Not possible. That is the reason why we go ahead and start using the data structure so that we can store those elements. Not only three, you can store thousand, lakhs of elements into a single data structure that might be list or tuple or set or dictionary based upon our requirement. Then I will assign a single variable to point to that so that all so that the single variable will store all these elements. That is the advantages or beauty of data structure. Now, sequence of element. Data structure also called as sequence. A sequence is a data type that can contain a group of elements. Last class we have extensively discussed. The purpose of any sequence is to store and process a group of elements. In Python, string, list, tuple, dictionary, all are called sequence data type. Now, let's move into what is list data structure, which is the today's agenda. We can create list by using a square bracket. Very simple. Another way also, like some predefined function also present, like list of open bracket, close bracket. If I use that, that's also another way to create a list data structure. Now, a list can store group of object or elements. A list can store same, means homogeneous type of element. A list can store different type, that is heterogeneous element. For example, I will tell you 10, 20, 30. You can see the example. So 10 is integer, 20 is also integer, 30 is also integer. This is same type. This is not homogeneous. So I can store as a list. For example, I will take combination of list and string. For example, I'm taking a person age, that is let's say 26. A person name, let's say Raja. A person address, let's say Bangalore. A person's salary, let's say 10,000 dot 01 or 02. So here I'm taking combination of different type of data type. Data types we have extensively discussed in the previous class. Okay, here I'm taking the age, which is integer data type, that is 26. I'm taking name and address, which is string data type with a double quote or single quote I have to put. Then I'm taking a float data type, that is nothing but a salary. So I am storing different type of data types. It is nothing but a heterogeneous data type. That is possible in case of list. Now, in list, duplicate element also allowed. We can store duplicate element. And as we discussed before, sometimes before, list is a mutable in nature. What do you mean mutable? Suppose I have created a list called 10, 20, 30. And to add another element called 40. Can I add? Yes, definitely you can add. There's no doubt on that. Okay. Now, store element by using index. In list, data structures support both positive indexing and negative indexing. What is positive indexing and what is negative indexing? That extensively we will discuss going forward. Don't worry. For the time being, keep your presence. Okay. Keep your interest. Now, positive index means from left to right. Just remember, positive indexing means by default it's positive indexing. If I want to traverse from left to right, this is called positive indexing. If I am traversing or moving from right to left, that is called negative indexing. Ignore. Inside list, every object can be separated by comma separator. It's not only list. I can say in set, in dictionary, and tuple. We separate each and every element by comma separator. That is a default separator we use to separate the element. Now, list is a predefined class in Python. Once, if we create list object, means internally object is created for list class. What is a class? How class work? We'll learn in OOPS chapter. Don't do it. This is not the right time. Okay? When we get into OOPS chapter, there will extensively work. What is class? What is object? What is inheritance? What is polymorphism? What is abstraction? What is encapsulation? Every concept we will learn in details. Don't worry. Now, how we create the list? As we discussed sometimes before, by using the square bracket and by using list open bracket, close bracket, that is a predefined function. Now let's see the first way. Okay, by using the square bracket, how can I create? For example, I want to create an empty list. A is equal to open bracket, close bracket, square bracket. Now I will type print A. What is the print? Just open bracket, close bracket. Suppose I want to check the type of that A. Obviously, I am creating the list, so it will be giving a class list. Now, creating a list with element. For example, I'm taking some element. Number is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, print number. So, it will give obviously 10, 20, 30, 40. Can I insert duplicate also like 10, 20, 30, 40? Again, 10, 20, 30, 40, yes, happy it will give me output without giving any error. Now, you can see list with the same type of data. You can see here I'm creating a list like name is equal to Hari, Prasad, Ramesh, Hari. All are string data. And I'm also taking duplicate by knowingly Hari and Hari 2 times. So that I can prove it. Yes, it allow duplicate also. It allow string type also. It allow homogeneous, heterogeneous, everything. For example, here I'm taking different data types. See, here Hari is a string data type, 10 is an integer, 35 is an integer. So here is an example of heterogeneous data type. Why? Because I'm not taking same data type element, different type of element, different data type of element, like Hari is string type, 10 and 35 are of integer type. So this is also allowed, is not showing any error. Okay, as of now. Now, okay. Object program output. Order is preserved. Duplicate are allowed. Obviously, duplicate are allowed. Duplicate are allowed. What do you mean by object order is preserved? Order is preserved means order in which elements are present in the input list. As an output also, it will be in the same order. For example, student underscore info. First Hari is present, then 10 is present, then 35 is present. While printing also, it is giving me the same order, like Hari, 10, 35. For example, let me scroll off. You can see, let's say 10, 20, 30, 40. When you run it will give me in the same order how it is present in the actual list, that is 10, 20, 30. But when we get into a set, you'll see order is not preserved in the set. I'll show you, I'll prove you at that time. Okay, when we get into the set. Now, and I create the list. Okay, list, I can any doubt. Till this point, do you have any doubt? If you have any doubt, just give your comment in the comment section so that in the next class I can clean your doubt before going. Okay.